Channel all about BA. In this session of Azure Databricks series, right, I'm going to tell you how do we connect to an Azure SQL database from Databricks notebook. Okay, so before we can do anything with respect to Azure SQL database or any other stuff, right, we need to store the credentials of Azure SQL database in secrets or in Azure Key Vault. Okay, I have created two secrets, one for DB and one for username and one for password, and I'm going to refer to these secrets from the secret scope of Databricks. Okay, if you don't know about creating secret scope in Databricks, I request you to refer to the earlier videos of this playlist wherein we have created the secret scope for referring to Azure Key Vault. Okay, once we have these secrets referred in Azure referred in secret scope, right, from Databricks, we can make use of these secrets without exposing the database username and password. Okay, so the step is like this: you create secrets and store it in Azure Key Vault and refer the Azure Key Vault URL from secret scope in Azure Databricks. Once you're done with that, you can refer to the secrets directly. Okay, I'm going to show you how does it all work. Okay. Alright, the first step is to refer to the username and password that we have stored in secret scope of Databricks. Okay, my secret scope name is nothing but SQL credentials, and in that I'm just referring to the key that I have given in my Key Vault. Okay, these two are the keys. So the first command is to just get the username and password, and secondly we have to just check whether the JDBC driver that we are going to use to connect to SQL Server, right, that is available or not. So for that we are just checking class.forName, and we are providing the JDBC driver class fully. Okay, com.microsoft.sql server JDBC SQL Server driver, and then we are just initializing certain properties, which is nothing but the host name, port name and database name. These three things we are going to use in an URL that is to connect to database. Okay, so for that we are just declaring it in variables, and once we are done with that, we are going to declare the URL that is used to connect to the database. Actually, this URL is nothing but we are making use of JDBC driver to connect to SQL Server, and we have to tell the host name, port name and the database name that we have recently stored in the variables as shown above. Okay, so once this is done, we are going to declare a connection properties object. Okay, so this connection properties is nothing but in this only we are going to pass on the username, password, and then we are going to tell which driver to use. Okay, so the next step is setting up the properties. It's nothing but I'm just initializing the connection properties object. I'm using connection properties dot put. I'm putting the username and password from the JDBC variable that we have initially declared. Okay, and then I'm setting the property for driver. Okay, I'm telling Databricks to use this particular driver for connecting to SQL Server. Alright, once this is all done, we are just left with the connectivity. Okay, so we have to just declare an object, and we have to say spark read JDBC URL. This is the URL which we constructed recently. Okay, JDBC followed by SQL Server followed by the host name and the database name. Okay, and then we have to tell which table we want to read data from. That is what I am giving here, followed by connection properties, just like connection string that we used to pass, right, in C# and other stuff when we connect to database. Like that, this connection properties object is nothing but we are telling the username, password and the driver. Okay, once we are done with that, we can query SQL Server or we can try to print the columns using the commands below. Okay, you can say Azure SQL product dot show. Alright, if you do this, it is going to show all columns, and if you specifically want to retrieve certain columns, you can do select followed by that you have to pass on the columns that we want to retrieve. We can do much more transformations here that I will be taking in the next session. This session is to throw light on how do we connect to Azure SQL database and do a simple select query. Okay, let me run this and show you how does it work. And while it runs, right, I'll just tell you why we have used Scala all over. Okay, these the code that I have written or found in Microsoft documentation, right, those are all belongs to the Scala language. So that's why we have to prefix Scala before every command. Alright, because while I created the notebook, I used Python. Okay, so if we are creating it for a different language and using a different language in the notebook, you have to prefix the language that we want to make use of. Alright, so let me see the results. See here, these are the only results of every this is nothing but to look at only results of the execution. Okay, we are not seeing the commands now. I just did view results only. Okay, so this is the result of every command that we have in the notebook, and as you can see here, it is bringing around 15 to 17 fields from my table. So these are all my table details: product ID, name, product number. These are the column followed by the records. So this is how we connect to an Azure SQL database from Databricks using Scala. Okay, that's all with me for this session. If you have any questions, please drop in, and I'll be passing on the documentation URL that I have referred to from Microsoft side, so that you can copy paste the commands from there for your testing purpose. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I request you to subscribe. Thanks.